all the way in Swissaid. You're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio, and you're listening to Yes Massive Wagwan. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother there, reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joby, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, love, respect, and justice for all. Big up, man.
Communities together around the world. Broadcasting worldwide, online, 24/7. All your favorites from the 60s through today.
Pinky Promise. Late nights when she's all alone, always call me up on my phone, begging me to come and spend the night, because she wanna wrap me up. She needs just to be there, a friend like me.
Hi, Lopez.
So good just to be.
Shout out to Kenny in the house.
A lot of times you don't want me go away.
Yes, welcome, family. Happy Friday. Have an amazing one. If you are at work, hope you've had a beautiful week. Ready for the weekend? 26 minutes past the top of the hour, and I'm a little bit late. And today I began the intro a little bit different. Shout out to all the amazing fans on YouTube. Trevor has been catching my shows on a replay. Thank you so much. I see the love, I see the complaints, I see the comments. And I hope you guys from henceforth that this is by a bit satisfying. By say welcome, this is the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby. If you are here for the first time, welcome to the media of the 21st century. My name is Joby, and of course, a quick shout out to everyone live with us on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, on the radio station, and on also our website. And of course, if you're here, kindly, I'd love to urge you to follow us on whatever stream you are streaming live with us from. And of course, do download the Black Fire Network application, where actually it will take you direct to our main radio station app, and of course also to our website, which I am live, to stand amazing chances of also winning cash prizes and also getting exclusive content that is not allowed on YouTube. But anyway, karibuni sana, and of course welcome to another beautiful conversation. I hope your week has been fantastic. Hope you're ready for the weekend. Personally, I'm ready, super excited. And feeling myself as well. I don't know about you, but karibuni sana to everyone who's tuning in. Today we shall be taking our discussion to something actually I did discuss a little bit, but on a lighter note this week, regarding where we went all the way to the western parts of Kenya, as majority from where my dad comes from. And we did see actually we have illegal mining sites that have been operating for the last 28 years. But the question is, how is this possible and the government has no idea? Because if you try to follow up the story, we saw that actually there's someone who's paying these people $100, which they get to split among 20 people, which is not enough. But the question is, who gets to land, in whose hands is the gold landing to? Because apparently today, or rather, despite talking about this week, we can see that actually is billions of dollars that have actually been discovered that gold flows illegally out of Africa each year. I mean, is this something new? It's the audacity of actually acting like this is something new. And according to my topic, you can say, call it, this is a fake discovery of the fact that gold has been going out of Africa, not just yearly, but daily. Talk about the UN trucks that have been seen coming out of Congo. That was last year. This week, I think it was, I can't remember which country, but just this week, I think it was Zambia or Zimbabwe, one of the countries. What are UN trucks doing there when there's no war? While they're living actually with multi-billion dollars of gold. So that is what we shall be focusing on, because apparently there is new reports coming in that billions of dollars in gold do flow illegally out of Africa. And we'll be going to so many videos checking on to facts as well. How many illegal mining sites do we have in Africa? How many illegal mining companies, not actually illegal, but mining companies do we have in Africa? Do Africans own this? Because I feel like this is a debate we've had over and over again. And it is crazy to see that this should shock us, because that is how they're trying to act, that this should shock Africans, the fact that there is a discovery that billions have been walking out of this continent and Africans are in poverty. Well, of course, that is what we shall be talking about. We shall also extend our conversation to the US military defense, who have come forth to still defend themselves, that they have nothing to do with the terrorist attacks that are actually going on in so many African countries. And there's a debate going on of where, of course, Russia, we can see it has actually been able to come into especially the 3 Western African countries, and they're doing massive. And we shall be getting deeper into the article as we get to extend on that conversation, and also on the EU, which has denied allegations that the Western powers want to delay the South Sudan elections. I'm not surprised, and much more coming from the African continent. Karibuni sana, do enjoy the show, and of course, do share this amazing live with your family and friends. Like, subscribe, and of course, karibu sana, and do enjoy the conversation. This is Otile Brown with Nabites. Have an amazing Friday, full of love, peace, and of course, joy.
Somebody else, I mean, no, they ain't the mbaya. Sifanyi kiki tena nasikia sina nazungisa wewe mama. Wananiita peko, maana kitendo nasema. Unaniona mimi, hata kama nawatania. Wananiita peko, maana kitendo nasema. Unaniona mimi, hata kama nawatania. Baby, me so touches of Jesus. Night. Oh, yeah, night. Baby, me so touches of Jesus.
Yes, and of course, welcome back. This is the Pan-African Bliss, and of course, you tuned in onto the media of the 21st century, the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. A quick shout out once again to everyone who's just tuning in via Facebook, YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok. Shout out to Mr. Black Hot Fire, and also on our show page, on our radio. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, rather a wonderful afternoon. From my end, it is 32 minutes past the top of the hour. Let me know what's the time on your end, and of course, welcome to today's discussion. As we get straight to the matters of the day, I want to start with what is happening in Kenya. And this actually is something, it's sad to see that, we're talking about this over and over again. Last year I did talk about this, and I was super mad about it. And I'm talking about the British soldiers, actually the British Army Training Unit in Kenya, that has been making the lives of so many people devastating. And our own government has never spoken about this, doesn't talk about this. And so many cases keep on piling up on courts, and nothing is yet to be discussed. And it makes a whole lot of sense why this will not happen. Understand that Kenya is not yet an independent country. We're still held very tight by the British government. They're still actually very active in the country of Kenya, in so many countries that they did colonize. They are very active in controlling so many things in terms of our farms, our schools, our churches, our airports, and so many things. It is so crazy. But there's a story coming from one of the ladies who has gone through a very devastating situation. And this is because of the same people who over the years have been called out by so many citizens, but our Kenyan government has not done anything. The question is why? Why isn't this happening? There's a comment I saw yesterday on one of the shows I did. Shout out to everyone who left their comments behind. There's a comment I saw yesterday on the show, one of the shows I did 3-4 days ago. And there's this guy who asked, I don't know if it's a lady or a guy, but shout out to you. He asked, all these governments of Africa, all these puppets installed in Africa, it's not like they don't have internet. They do see people complain, right? Is it that they turn a blind ear towards the complaint of their citizens, or is it that someone is actually in control of Africa? And if you try looking between, you can get the answer. You don't need to actually go further to look for the answer. Because you can't tell me that Ruto, we have all these mainstream medias, we have reports back and forth, what is happening in the country. You can't tell me they have no clue what citizens are going through. Because if we have demonstrations right now, they're going to send their police officers to come and literally distract the demonstration. So you can't be turning a blind eye and a blind ear on the internet. They can see it. They can't do anything about it, number one, because they have no power. And secondly, because they don't want to do it. They're not installed there to do it. That's not their job. Their job is to increase taxes. Their job is actually to leave the country in very devastating situations. And this is why I want you to ask yourself as a citizen, do you really want to continue celebrating independence that we know we don't really have? Why do we Chinese come in to do our infrastructures or developments, literally? Why can't Africans do it? We have engineers. It is so crazy. But back to this story, I want to read this article as we get to break down to what is happening. And I'll relate a couple to so many stories that have happened before. So many stories that have happened before. So it's a landmark public inquiry into allegations of human rights violation by British troops in Kenya, and has been hearing at breaking testimony from those who say they were mistreated. Dozens of people have this week given evidence to the parliamentary inquiry into the alleged misconduct of soldiers from the British Army Training Unit in Kenya. Among them are the family of a young woman allegedly disabled in a hit and run by a British Army truck, and a mother who says she was abandoned when pregnant, and a man who was mauled by a lion in the way started on an army training exercise. This has been happening actively in our country. They have been destroying land, coming with the chemicals that are not supposed to be actually near residential places. Citizens have complained about this, like you can hear and evidence. But what has happened? Nothing. The Batuk base in Nanyuki, that is the British Army Training Unit in Kenya. The Batuk base in Nanyuki, about 200 kilometers north of the capital, Nairobi, and was established in 1964, shortly after the East African nation gained its independence from the UK. The Kenyan Defense Minister Aden Duale has said that Kenya will seek prosecutions for any British soldier allegedly to have broken the law during the deployments over the decades. This has been actually the promise for decades, but nothing has ever happened. If you try go back to so many shows I've done and articles I've read, this has been the case. We're going, but nothing happens. The UK High Commission in Kenya told the BBC it was aware of the proceedings that it and Batuk intended to cooperate with inquiry, and hundreds of people have this week flocked the four public hearings held near the Batuk base to listen to emotional accounts to alleged misconduct by British soldiers. Memusi Lolet testified British soldiers officially promised to look after her 22-year-old daughter Chaula, who is on a wheelchair after allegedly being injured by a British Army truck in an incident on January 2019. They sent a representative to tell me, that is what she says, that they don't want to they don't want a court case, that they would take care of my daughter. So number one, they bribe you. And understanding the Africans' mentality, I think this is what these British soldiers have been doing now for the longest time. And this is why these cases will keep on pending, because also the African is not educated enough to know justice. Number one, it's not about bribery. So if you try to look at this case, what you're trying to get, either this lady was bribed because they sent a representative to want a court case that they will take care of my daughter. And since we don't control the media, they can also quote words. Even if she said that they gave me money to silence me, they'll say they sent a representative. So in short, she took money. This is what I think I'm picking from this. She took money. She took maybe some sort of bribery, and that's why she was silenced. That's why this case, and she's here still hoping for the British people to come and take care of our daughter. And an agreement with the Kenyan government up to 6 infantry battalions per year carry 8-week exercise in Kenya. Ms. Lachode said that they paid for our daughter's hospital bills for 2 years, but had failed to pay compensation as promised. That's where we go wrong, you know? That's where we did go wrong completely. When you talk about bribing, the common mwananchi as well also normalized taking bribes, literally. And I don't want to even go so much with the article because there's so many, literally so many stories from different people. We have Laposo, we have so many people have gone through crisis according to what you can see even from the article as I pull it down. And of course, we also have people who are going to, that includes the MPs, the governors of those counties, who are not going to be held accountable or even seek justice for their people. So, long story short, I feel like it's a high time where the Africans need to be educated that for you to actually get justice, you can't take the money first, okay? You can't be told that, hey, hold on to this one, number one. No. That is what the white people have been doing for the longest time. They bring the problems, give you some petty solutions, keep you hope, and that's why we're left hoping. No generational wealth, but hoping and praying. And it is so sad. Bashara to Jibajaba in the building says, good day to you, Joby, and the Blackout Fire Network. It is at 6:37 on your end. And thank you so much for letting me know what's the time, and welcome. Hope you're having an amazing day so far. Let me know what are your thoughts regarding this, because I think I've discussed so many stories about this situation happening in Kenya. I've discussed so many stories of many people, so many families left devastated by these British training armies or the British Army training units that are in African countries, especially in East Africa. It has been crazy. No justice, but if you from all this, most of the people have been helped. Let me say helped and compensated, because the moment they pay your bills, you're delaying to take actually this matter to the court. Number one, they're buying your time. And so much. It is just so crazy. But let me know what are your thoughts regarding this. Karibu sana Joa Mosquito. I see you in the building. Hope you're doing amazing. And of course, welcome to today's conversation. But as we get to move on, I want to talk about also the U.S. military defense that recently we've seen they've been making so many remarks of still having ties, especially with the West Africa, that is Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. But the head of the U.S. military in Africa has vigorously defended his anti-terrorism strategy on the continent and pledged to pursue it despite a wave of criticisms and a drift by African nations towards seeking aid to security from Russia. In an interview with the Associated Press, that was yesterday, no, on Wednesday, sorry, excuse me, a war simulation exercise in Morocco, he blamed a wave of Russian disinformation for anti-American sentiment in sustainable regions. And he said that the military must reaffirm how its long-standing strategy can promote stability throughout Sahel, and that the semi-arid region south of the Sahara Desert. It is crazy to see that these people, again, this is a battle for Africa, literally, where we can see that they are willing to do anything to not see Africa progress. And this, I want to connect the dots with what is happening, because we know all this is because of the resources of Africa. I want to pull up and connect this with the main topic of the day, where we can see the fake discovery. I call it the fake discovery because with the people who control the media and information, they know Africa for long. Gold has been flowing out illegally out of the African continent. So right now, with these reports that has been given today, we should be surprised, okay? If I'm an educated person, actually this should come and surprise me that, oh, billions of gold do flow illegally out of Africa each year. What about daily? For those who are tuned in this week, including Joe Mosquito, you remember me sharing a video coming from the western parts of Africa, not Africa, but Kenya, sorry, where my dad comes from, my grandma where she lives. And we saw that actually there is a mining site that has been operating for the last 29 years. So the question is, for the last 29 years, a mining site has been operating. The government has no idea. Who has asked this amount of money to pay and understand that actually 2 grams of gold costs $100, which is not it, because that is petty money. Gold, I believe it's more than that. I believe it's more than that. In the hands of whom the gold lands into, he or she knows the value. So I want to pull up a video. Shout out to K. Williams. Been a minute. I've not seen you, I think, this whole week and last week. I'm not sure. But shout out to you. Nice to see you. And Karibu Sana. Shout out to Joe Mosquito. Shout out to Keith on TikTok. Shout out to Maggie as well. Shout out to Atomic. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Let me pull up a video as you get to see. We've seen so many videos coming from Congo. We know so many companies actually are here and are not operated by any African country, not by any African person, but we have mining companies in Africa. So many. Let me just actually check how many mining companies do we have in Africa before I pull up the video. And let me see. So we have 170 companies. I don't know if this is the truth. Are they in Africa? So Africa Mining IQ has extensive listing for the continent prominent minerals, including 776 gold projects, 180 coal projects, 108 uranium projects, 151 projects, 113 platinum projects, and 81 iron ore projects, iron ore projects, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. We've not added oil. We've not added copper. We've not added silver. We've not added a lot. So it's literally not even that number. That number is even, the figure they're giving is actually small. I believe it's bigger than this. But let me try pull up a video. In Kenya. Let me just do Kenya or Nigeria. Should you do Kenya or Kenya? I think Kenya should be good. Let's see this. Let's do Kenya. And Wazungu are here, according this is the number one way you see and understand that actually there's someone who knows the value. So from the first video that I just pulled, the illegal mining sites in Kenya. I just want to do Kenya because if I do in Africa, of course, we're going to see so many. But let me just try Kenya, okay? So from the first video we see is actually white people on the screen. So you want to tell me these are illegal, but a white person is there. So no one understands the value of what is happening. Well, let's.
Hey guys, my name is Jason with Non-Baker Mining and Metals. And on today's video, we're going to take a trip to Kenya. And now a little background, right before COVID happened,
So a white man is going to Kenya to report about illegal mining. Make that make sense. Let me share this very quickly.
More than half of gold mining sites have been closed in Migori County as part of a multi-agency government crackdown. According to Migori County Commissioner Joseph Rotich, the month-long exercise is expected to ensure that miners in the region get requisite documentation to regulate their operation.
Mind you, I'm understanding that if it doesn't benefit the people in control, then those are the cartels. If it doesn't benefit the cartel, of course it's going to be shut down. So this is not happening because it's an illegal mining site. Okay? Extraction of resources in Africa has been happening for so long. For so long. Even before I was way born, I think. Yeah, for so long. I'm just 25. But we have illegal sites, literally, that have been operating for the past 29, 30 years. And the government has no clue about this. So only if they're shut down, it's not benefiting the cartels. There's someone who's not gaining right here, and that's why they are being shut down. And until they install another part who's going to be able to run the site again the way they want it, come on.
So far, 34 plants have been closed for operating illegally. Among those targeted include artisanal miners and owners of leaching plants. Migori County is estimated to have more than 60 gold leaching plants.
They are required to have a structure of ensuring there is safety within their areas of operations. They're supposed to have a structure within them which handles issues of accidents in case they occur.
Come on, how many issues of accidents? This is 4 years ago we're reporting, and mind you, that is in Migori County. So if really the country, this is how I understand leadership, if the country was really doing a crackdown of illegal mining sites, you should go on all the counties, right? Not just one county. You should go to, it was in northern part of Kenya, if I'm not wrong, the one I reported on Monday. You should go to all the counties, including Kisumu. Migori is Kisumu. You should go to Kakamega. You should go to Nyeri. You should literally do a survey in all the counties, literally the whole country, to make us take you serious that you actually, this is something that is operating and there's someone who's benefiting much more, and it's not the citizens. But because it's just one county, this is what you get to understand, there's someone who's not benefiting. There's a cartel who is hurting right here, and this is why there's a crackdown of 34 illegal mines on only one county. Make that make sense. That is funny. That is so funny. That is so funny. Fine, they claim, because these are the questions I'd asked this guy who just said that, you know, they need to have legal measures of operating on such places. They need to have license. They need to have all the things he said. There's supposed to be protocols of you know, being on those illegal, on the mining sites, illegal mining sites. If really you mean that you're cracking this down because of deaths that have been occurring, why is it that recently, that was last week, I reported death of 5 people in an illegal mining site? I mean, it's how the government plays cards with us. not really smart enough, you won't connect the dots, because this just didn't make sense to me. This is 4 years ago. And if anyone didn't understand actually this 4 years ago and then today, you check what happened on Monday. On Tuesday, I reported this. This is a joke. This is a joke. It's crazy. Let's see. 6 days ago, of course, we reported this. We had a landslide that killed 5 miners. So make me understand how this is a crackdown of the whole country.
At Yambo. Friday night starts now, and 5 people have died after the Hilo mine in Dabel, Marsabit County caved in after a landslide. Search and rescue efforts continue as 2 more bodies were retrieved from the rubble Friday afternoon, and reports indicate that the landslide occurred at 3 a.m. Friday. Marsabit Police Commander Nyambu Mwakio confirmed 3 of the 5 fatalities happened on the spot. 2 people survived the ordeal, and there was mining activity at the mine despite closure of the mines by government in March, with the Interior Ministry having indicated it would deploy security officers to enforce the suspension of mining activities. Marsabit County Police Commander Nyambu Mwakio said the victims had sneaked back into the mine against the ban, and Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki had
because of this is why you talk about, you know, not having power. Even you as a leader, even your own people cannot pay attention to you. Literally, you're so weak in leadership to the point where even if you close this, they're still gonna actually break the laws and still go back, because number one, you've not created any strategy of employment. You have literally no plan when you're vacating people from this place that has been benefiting them, feeding them. You have no plan B. Okay, I'm gonna shut this down, and I have these opportunities right here. Those who have the skills, come to this board. Those who have the skills, there's nothing you've done. So this is just so crazy, and this is just so poor and so painful to see that now today, billions of dollars worth of gold is smuggled out of Africa each year. You want to tell me they don't know what is happening in Congo? What is happening in Congo? As I read the article, let me pull up a video. We know what is happening in Congo. Genocide, literally, of people being killed so that they can take out gold forcefully. So as an African in this is what I assume. They expect us to be shocked. Oh my God, we didn't know billions, you know, billions, you mean billion? Yeah. Let us look at the situation in Congo. By Europeans, actually not by even Africans, by Europeans. So let's check this. There's one video I have.
Now to the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's home to mines containing some of the purest
Because the same people are stealing are the same people reporting.
gold in the world. But while consumers
Karibu sana.
in richer countries are prepared to pay high prices for a finished product, the men who mine this precious commodity are paying a price of a different kind. And rights abuses are rife at the DRC gold mines, which are controlled by a brutal rebel group. Access to foreign journalists has been restricted until now, but Weekly Der Spiegel has Ariel Muller being allowed to enter
Now, I need to find an African reporting, because these people are always lying, and I'm not up with the. I'm just not into the lies. I'm not into the lies. I just need something short to share.
This is one of the unregulated.
These are children who are here taking cobalt for all the European countries, okay? But the same European countries are literally here informing us today how billions of gold is being smuggled out of Africa. They're saying in 2022, over 30 billion in gold, or more than 435 metric tons was smuggled out of Africa. This is just what they know. And mind you, we've been seeing trucks of UN coming from Congo. Which country again, Kit, can you confirm with me? Was it Zambia, Zimbabwe? One of the countries. There's no conflict in these countries, but we have UN trucks living with tons of gold. Okay? This is just what they know and what they're trying to actually hide to make us understand that they are actually keeping Africa on check, corruption, you know, that the country is really working, while it's not. Again, I love how they play the cards. It's how they shuffle the cards. It's so beautiful. You know, it's beautiful. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It is just so crazy. This is so crazy how you're willing to do anything to just conquer a mindset. Like, you know, like you're just willing to do anything to just like conquer anyone's mindset, you know. But when you know the truth, you laugh about it. It's just funny. I find it funny. In 2020, over $30 billion in gold, more than 335 metric tons was smuggled out of Africa. And this is reports by Swissaid. I don't know which is this. Aid Development Group. Oh, a Swissaid. What is where is it African? No, I bet not. But it's the one giving reports. It's insane. Karibu sana, kids. It's insane. How you doing?
Yes, I'm fine. How you doing this morning? You good?
I'm good.
Yeah, I bet you are. Anyway.
Yeah, so we're talking about the reports coming out from the mainstream media.
Let me answer your question. You're talking about what are the countries they're stealing out of? All of Africa, Joby. All of Africa. So they come in with these fake. Everybody got the American government. Like, oh, we got to come and fight the terrorism. We don't want you to fight the terrorism. We'll fight it ourselves. They don't want you to do that because their mining companies have stole trillions of dollars a year. I think you're in a bad it. Can you guys hear me?
Are you in a bad
I might be. I don't know.
Your audio is your audio is choppy. I don't know if it's my internet, but I bet my internet is correct.
Yeah, maybe me.
Yeah, but it's crazy. These people have been stealing in Africa for the last so many years. Since they came.
Since they came, Joby. I got to resend that video. Shout out to that young African, that young Kenyan lady telling the truth. Yeah, that video probably didn't give you a phone because I'm in a bad area. But anyway, like I said, because Africa's rich, so everybody's been getting wealthy off of Africa. Because Africa's been the sleep period, and they've been pretty, sadly, docile and stupid, not knowing shit. So the Europeans use that in his own benefit. Sound kind of crazy. I'm here to help you and fight terrorism and what? So then they get caught. UN's been caught in so many countries stealing gold. Not the Congo. They got killed. They got caught stealing out of Niger. They just got caught stealing out of Namibia. They got caught stealing out of Central African Republic. They got caught stealing out of the goddamn Angola. Why are they not in Ukraine? That's a war there. Why is the UN over in Ukraine? Why ain't over there helping the Ukrainians out? Because all the money's in Africa. So
exactly. Why wouldn't you go help Ukraine, help Iran,
Israel, all that shit? Yeah, but the money's in Africa. The money's in Africa. Goddamn it! You the one got the gold, the diamonds, the timber, the cobalt, the coltan, the silver, the platinum, the concrete. You the one got all that shit. Fuck that shit. Ukraine ain't got none of that shit. Damn Ukraine actors. That's you the peacekeepers. Well, there's nothing we can do about the peace in Ukraine. So what? Fuck them.
Your audio is choppy. I can't hear you. I think either it's my internet or you. As I see on the comments, people are telling me my internet is very okay.
Okay, fine then.
Even before you. Could be yours. But let me go through the article of what they are giving us, and then we get to share this video before time runs out on us. So they're saying that the authorities of the goal was to make the trade in Africa gold more transparent and put pressure on industry players to do more to make gold supplies traceable and the supply chains more responsible. Come on, how many gold has been out to Burkina Faso? They did catch these people taking gold to, it was Dubai, it was caught in Ethiopia to Dubai. And they did, this was not reported by the media. It was Burkina Faso media, actually, the country that reported this. Otherwise,
because they're all stealing. They're all stealing out of Africa, Joby. No good dirty Arab, they're no good Europeans, no good Chinese, they're all stealing. They're not going to tell themselves, hey, we're stealing in Africa.
They're saying that we hope that this will improve the living conditions of local. God damn, it's just the nerve.
They've been at all that time. What's improved in Africa? Not a goddamn thing. All these years, see, that can't work no more. You've been in Africa over 200 years now, 100 years. Colonialism, another 60 years of damn neo-colonialism. Where's the help? All they did was help you out your shit. Give me that shit, nigga.
They pay you $2 and then they tell you that we want to improve the living condition of a local population and the working condition of the artisan miners throughout Africa. I mean, the mockery again. This is what you talk about. And this is why when you see Ruto, shout out again to our people, it's crazy. And this is why you have people like, shout out to Christine's friend, saying that, Ruto was respected. I've seen another Kunos also in the parliament saying that, Ruto went there and he shows the Esther Passaris.
He's going to say that because he's in the parliament and he's scared. He's going to say that because he's part of the government. But shout out to most of the Kenyan people, when you show me them comments, they knew he was disrespected, Joby. That's your complete, but that's a puppet just doing puppet talk. But the people knew, and the world knows he was disrespected. Shout out to the Kenyans. They knew.
Let me go out and come back. I don't know. My internet is really bad. Let me go out and come back.
I think it may be me. Is it me? Can you guys hear me or not? Is it my internet? Am I in a bad area? Is it my internet? You guys let me know. What's going on, K. Williams? What's going on, Jibber Jabber? You guys let me know. Whether you guys, is it my internet? I am in the backwoods of Georgia. Let me know whether you guys can hear me or not. It may be my internet. I got Georgia on my mind.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? Like, Kid, can you?
It may be me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's a little bit choppy, but I hear you. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm saying that it's the mockery, and this is why you see the fact that they disrespect the African themselves, they disrespect the leaders. They go ahead and even tell you we're stealing, but we're working so hard to improve your condition of you. Even if we're using you to mine these products, don't worry.
You ever know? Because they robbed you of your history. You know your conditions are bad because they came to Africa. Your conditions are bad because they came to Africa. Go ahead, Jabba. Go ahead.
It's crazy. But Jabo says, I can't wrap. Karibu Sana once again. He says, I can't wrap the brain around being suckered in every part of your life and have no resource in the courts or government. It is crazy. That is according to the British situation. They have been doing this, and our government has not done anything. Karibu Sana once again.
Pause. Let me say something. Okay, you got Britain there. Right, Britain's been there. They've never left. What? Why has Britain never got rid of Al-Shabaab, Joby, and the terrorism in northern Kenya. They've been there for 60 years. They've been there. They don't, why can't they get rid? Because they're responsible for that shit. They don't want to get rid of it. They've been there 60 years. But really, over 100 something years, but we'll say 60 years since independence. Why have they got rid of the terrorism, Joby? Why are they there then? Because they're there to steal.
Our internet might be bad. It could be our internet that is bad, probably. I don't know. Juba, can you hear me? Kate Williams, can you guys like? I don't know whose end is bad, but K. Williams says it's exactly 6:45. I bet it's already 7, if I'm not wrong. I am listening to at work. Hope all is well today. We are good. Hope you are doing amazing. Personally, I'm okay. I can't complain. Juba says that's why lions are in the city. Their habit is disrupted by mining and deforestation. Exactly. Because talk about 34 illegal mining sites, and this is I'm telling you that this is just because either the cartels, there's someone who was not benefiting there at that time. That's why they did shut down 34 only in one county. If you're doing a crackdown of illegal mining sites, you should do this the whole country. It's a survey of the whole country. But despite doing it and understanding you're a government of joke and your power is not really respected again because you have none, they still go back to the same sites, continue mining, and that's why you see them trapped like what you saw on Monday. What I just shared on Marsabit, 5 people were trapped on that mining site after a landslide.
Well, remember you showed the mining site that was supposed to be illegal are the South Africans in Kenya, the white people, taking the land and telling the people they couldn't be on their own land, Joby, as they was mining gold. Remember that?
It's crazy. It is crazy.
And those white South Africans are not in Kenya because you're a poor country. Okay?
And this is happening because of lack of job opportunities, of course. We know that. This is not happening because nobody wants to go keep on digging on mud every day. If I had something, to go sit and come and sit in the office, I can, I want to sip a coffee, also, tap on my computer and all that. But because I do not have that opportunity, I got to do what I have to do. That is go $2 and wait for my European reporters to say that they're doing better to make my living standards better. It is just super insane. But Diba Jaba also says, is the Jane Elliott of mining fake white outrage? And K. Williams says that wherever America is at is going to be corruption. Exactly, because behind all this is a white man. K. Williams also says too many weak guys in leadership. Of course, also he adds that Joby, your video is frozen, but I can hear you. I think that was earlier, but I hope you guys can hear me right now. Correct. He also says that they might not pay the right person, or it's closed to keep the illegal mat prices higher. I don't think so, Jibajab. I believe there's someone who, again, like I explained, that was on Monday or Tuesday, we're discussing this. There's no way, because 7,000 to an African who is in the village, that's not a little amount of money, okay? That is $100. That is some good money, okay? That is some good money. But mind you, this is 20 people.
But an ounce of gold, Job, is not $100. Ounce of gold, I think right now is $3,000 or $5,000. Pull it up. Say what is the ounce of gold on the Shanghai market? Let me see what that is. Let's say the Shanghai market. Say what is an ounce of gold worth on the Shanghai exchange? Say Shanghai exchange. Say what is an ounce of gold worth on the Shanghai exchange?
Mosquito, can you hear him? Maybe you can help me type.
You can hear me, Joby?
No, you I hear you, but your audio is choppy.
It's gotta be you, choppy. That ain't me. It's your internet. See, The price of gold on the Shanghai, the price of an ounce of gold on the Shanghai exchange. Can you guys hear me in the chat room?
Somebody help me type.
What is the ounce of gold? What's the price of an ounce of gold on the Shanghai exchange?
You said in Kenya?
What is it? It's the global cost. What is the price of an ounce of gold on the Shanghai exchange? That's the price all over the world.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Juba Jaba. I couldn't get none of that.
Okay, I thought it was Joe, but I thought it was.
It's okay, calm down. I agree. Okay, so they're saying the trade. How am I supposed to read it? Let me.
An ounce of gold. Just the price of an ounce. What's the price of an ounce of gold, Joby?
Let me see.
Just type an ounce of gold price. What's the price of an ounce of gold? ONCE, Joby. Price of an ounce of gold.
Okay, so they're saying it is $2,354.
So it's $2,354. I'm giving you $100, Joby. Who wins, me or you?
Damn.
Yeah.
You,
damn.
of course.
Of course. I know you're a moron. Yeah, I know you're a moron. Yes, Joby.
God damn. Oh my God. Jibajama is saying, I better talking like he's talking Chinese. I couldn't hear. I'm here Shanghai exchange. You see, even you wrote Shanghai exchange gold. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm not getting a goddamn thing, but God, that's a lot of money, you people. We're talking about millions. That is.
We're talking about trillions. We're talking about trillions, Joby. Ounce of gold is like a little bitty rock. Not even a rock. A little bitty rock of gold that sits in your little bitty in your thumb is worth $2,300. We're talking about trillions. That's just gold, Joby. That's just one mineral. That's why they're in Africa, Joby. Because Africa's wealthy. They're not there to be your friend. Love you. Talk to you. They're there because an ounce of gold is $2,300. And shit, platinum more than that. Platinum, beryllium, coltan, all that shit.
Lol. And you give me $100, over 300,000 Kenyan shit. Man. And then this person is still gonna get that $2 because okay, they get $100 and then they divide among 20 people. 20 people.
Damn.
So
Is it my fault? Is it my fault? Is it my fault? You're an imbecile, Joby.
God damn! I mean, this is just so crazy. So every person gets, oh my God, every person gets like $3 out. Oh my God. Nah.
You tell me when you guys were digging. You tell me when you guys were digging gold, people just get enough to get some beer and get drunk. taking that money back to the white man.
And then most of them are dumb. They're still gonna take this 500 Canadian moonshine
There you go.
and not even try it healthy in their home.
Well, they don't know the price of shit. You don't know the price of gold. You don't know the price of diamonds. You don't know the price of cobalt. You don't know the price of silver. You don't know the price of platinum. Because platinum is all in Africa. That's worth more than gold. Diamonds is worth more than gold. So imagine that shit. I'm giving you. That's why they're there, Joby. Not there to be your friend.
Jiba Jaba says Kenya internet is so fast it takes a minute for the video to catch up. Williams also adds they are letting them use the people like that's a bunch of cowards while they are getting rich and the people are suffering. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. Jiba Jaba also says, yeah, the UN in Ukraine are in not trill and a total scam UN. It's crazy. And K. Williams also says that Keith, you guys can hear Keith. On my end, he was talking Chinese like Jiba Jaba is saying, He was talking just I couldn't hear that. Occasions, Williams, nice to see you this morning. And it's crazy. Shout out to also Cisco Ronnie. Shout out to you on Facebook. Karibu Sana. Subscribe if this is the first time right here. And I also see Jiba Jaba says, like I said, Joby, these villagers have internet. They can pull the exchange costs like you did. While apparently I told the majority of these people, it's for Facebook. I wish I was still going to the village. What you mean? Like, I remember I used to go there, coming from the city. It's like a big deal. I'm like, what's up with you guys? Touching my hair, looking at my nails. It's like they've seen something they've never seen in their life, you give them a smartphone. It's something different, Songs, Facebook, TikTok. They don't have time for that. You're gonna tell a villager go put data to do exchange rate, or I'm gonna watch what TikTok is happening, And then they're on TikTok.
They too busy looking. Jibba jabba, they too busy looking at that dumbass soccer and shit. They'll look at that bullshit. They don't know the exchange rate of gold. Yeah, you wanna go? What? All kind of nigga shit.
It is mind blowing. I'm not gonna lie, Jiba Jaba. It's mind blowing. That's a lot of money to see what these people are doing, and they're not understanding. Also, at least try save up. No, I'm taking this money to the moonshine. Time to get high.
Shout out to dumbass Spikes. That's the culture.
Like me getting some avocado beef good because I worked hard. No, moonshine. Moonshine all the way. But you to add and don't know if the price of melanin either. Man, they don't know a lot. Trust me. It's a lot not known. But anyway, family, I think that's how we'll wrap it up with today's conversation.
Hold on, Joby. What's the price of diamonds on the exchange per ounce?
Okay. Diamonds.
Diamond. Yeah. Ounce. Yeah. What's the price of an ounce worth of diamonds on the exchange? That'll be more than. Can you hear me now?
You say no.
Okay. What's the price?
Come on.
What's the price of diamonds on the stock exchange? Or just on the exchange per ounce? What's an ounce? What's diamonds worth? Diamonds are worth more than gold, so I wonder how much is diamonds an ounce. So is platinum, which is all in Africa. Majority of platinum is in Africa, and most of the diamonds are in Africa.
Okay. $14,000.
Damn. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. $14,000 an ounce.
That is
Woo!
100 carat. That is 100 carat. Sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, but how big is 100 carats? Was that like that? Can't be no more like a couple of ounces. How big is 100 carats? Can't be no more than a couple of ounces.
thousand. Okay, they're saying that 1 carat diamond is between $1,300 and
Okay, that's less than an ounce.
$16,000, depending on factories such as zones and okay.
So an ounce is probably worth like $16,000, Joe. And they'll give you niggas $20.
You know, let us keep on wearing our African, our African necklaces. You know, let's keep on embracing African all the way. You know,
Y'all the ones got
until
y'all the ones got the real minerals, not them.
Pardon?
You guys are the real. That's why they're there. You guys got the real minerals, not them. That's why they're there.
Well,
That's what.
I'll say I wore a couple of silvers when I was in high school. I had a bunch of silver rings, chains. I loved
There you
silver a
go.
lot. So
There you go.
yeah, damn,
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Shout to
That's why.
white
That's
people.
why.
I
That's
still
why they're there.
that mindset still, amazes me. It just amazes me how you can just be this. It just amazes me, how you can be this wicked, such a thief. You just taking like some. I'm willing to do, and I don't keep it to you as it's all mine. Okay. Much love, family. Have an amazing, amazing day at work, wherever you're listening to this from. For those who shall be catching this on a replay, have an amazing, amazing rewatch of this. And of course, whoever has been leaving their comments behind. I hope
Yubby was minding. Yubby was minding all that gold as a child and didn't know Yubby probably mined. Let's say Joby just got like a couple sacks full of gold. That's probably worth about $100,000 to $200,000, and Joby didn't even know it.
Maybe, probably, because I'm not gonna lie, my mom's family. I've told you my mom's family is really wealthy. My mom comes from a family which is full of wealth. So I've seen with my grandma. She was a distant grandma. I'd say like an auntie. Where I remember, that's why I grew up. That's why I grew up. So there was a couple of gold earrings. I used to be told that is gold. I don't know if still, but the house was just super expensive furnished. So it made a lot of sense. Like super wealthy. Like there's a lot of wealth. You can tell that, this really came from money. This money.
Well, somebody knew what gold was worth, and then mine out gold. Somebody knew the value of it. It's everywhere in Africa.
Yeah. But anyway, family, we've wrapped it. And also I have friends who also do, as Muslim friends though. They, for them, they wear all these gold jewelries, especially if they're married. So I have a friend who wears all of them. Like she sends me pictures of her jewelries. Every time she gets jewelries, like the necklaces, the earrings, they look dope. But can I get them here? No. I'm gonna be killed if someone knows that, Bring that shit here. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. But anyway, much love, family. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you guys later on Rhythm Scoop Show. But we're coming back with Iwaton on the show. She's going to be discussing a couple of things, so I'm gonna be today. So come back, catch up what we shall be talking about. Have yourselves an amazing afternoon. Thank you, Jiba Jabba. Shout out to Kaijus William. Shout out to Cisco. Shout out to K. Williams. Shout out to Joe Mosquito, Sido, and to everyone who has been here, including also Mr. Blackout Fire. Thank you for giving us this platform. See you guys later. Peace.
Much love.